All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
It's the brothers from GMS New Orleans. And before we get started, I want to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. All right, for this quick video, we're just gonna speak on some dark truths of the Bible. All right, because it's not dark to us, the men of the Lord, the men in the know. But to the world, these are some dark truths, right? And first, we want to start off with the fact that the Most High, he hates people, right? He hates. Okay, we have emotions, we have feelings, we have favorites. We love things, we hate things. So does the Lord. We're not greater than Him. But you could go ahead with that, bro.
Come on, it's the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
It says the Most High hated sinners, alright? Because in the world, people like to say, "Oh no," right?
He don't. God hates the sin, not the sinner. He hates
the sin, not the sinner.
Yeah.
Alright, but the sin can't do itself. Alright, someone has to carry out the sin. The sin is not doing anything. Alright, the person who's sinning, that's who's committing the works of the acts. Alright, so the Most High hates sinners.
That's like saying you hate guns, but you love murderers.
Right.
Like
right.
Don't make no sense.
Yeah, I said that. I said something like that. I made a point like that in the video when I did with I think it was the Shire. Basically, I said that's like having a gun, right? And somebody being a murderer. And they unalive somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's like judging the gun, and not the person.
Yeah, you send the gun to prison.
You send the gun to prison.
You just let the guy go off scot-free.
Yeah, the gun killed the person, not the actual person behind the gun, which doesn't make sense, right? Because the gun doesn't work itself. Somebody has to put thought and action, into actually acquiring a weapon, pulling the trigger, however it may go, right? Yeah. So it's the person that's doing it.
It's the worker. That's gonna go right into the next one. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 5, verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
Yes, that's not the sin. It's the worker of the sin. The person who's carrying out, the person who's actually doing it. You can read it in the NLT too.
I don't have the NLT on this one.
I got it right here. This Psalms 5 and 5 in the NLT. It says, therefore the proud may not stand in your presence, for you hate all who do evil. That's plain. That's straight to the point.
That's plain.
Alright, so these churches, they just lie to you people, and you just take it and run with it. The scripture says the Most High hates all who do evil, so He hates the person, the actual person. Mm-hmm. Alright, but you could get Romans 9 and 13, bro.
Hold it but goodie. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 13. It says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Alright, so this back in the ancient times, and we know the Most High, He doesn't change, right? So He hated Esau back then, He hates Esau now. But the point is that He actually hates a living person, man.
And his descendants.
Yeah, and his descendants. Yep, those who descend from Esau.
Yeah, it tells you that in Malachi. So, anybody saying that God doesn't hate, they clearly haven't read the Bible. All right,
yeah, it's bugged out. Which is because that's another dark truth.
Yeah.
All right, but moving on. All right, we're gonna speak about how the Most High, He also kills. All right, this is another dark truth, of the Bible. Right. So you could get for the first one, you could get Genesis 7 and 7 and 7.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 7.
So I think I got this one kind of weird. I had 7 all the way down to 23. Can't be.
I was going into the flood. I won't read the whole thing though, but this
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. But this Genesis chapter 7.
You could just read 7 and then jump to 23.
Genesis 7 verse 7. And Noah went in, talking about the ark, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him, into the ark because of the waters of the flood.
Okay, so this talking about back then, when the Lord flooded the earth, right? When Noah was around. We keep going.
I'm going to jump down to 22. It says, all in whose nostrils was in the breath of life, and all that was in the dry land died.
So we know, for this account, only 8 souls were saved, from the flood. It says, all in whose nostrils was breath of life, of all that was in the dry land died. So the people who didn't get on the ark, all of the people who didn't get on the ark, if you wasn't on that ark, you died, you perished, right? You can read down 23.
23, it says, and every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the earth, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowls of heaven. They were destroyed from the earth, and Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark.
And guess what? It was people back then, besides Noah, and his 3 sons
and their 4 wives.
Yep, Noah's wife and his sons' wives, right? Mm-hmm. So it says every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, right? So back then, the Most High, he killed men, women, children, babies, old ladies, grandpas, whatever, you name it, right?
Yeah, there were no. Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say he only saved 8 souls. What you got?
Yeah, there were no pregnant women on the ark. There were no babies on the ark. So the Lord drowned pregnant women, babies, the elderly. He drowned everybody except 8 people.
He didn't spare nobody but Noah. Those 8 souls that he saved that got on that ark, man. Mm-hmm. You could get Psalm 68 and 20.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 68, verse 20. It says, he that is our power is the God of salvation, and unto the Most High, the Lord, belong the issues from death.
So basically that's saying what? Read it again, Salaki, bro.
Psalm 68 and 20. It says, he that is our power is the God of salvation, and unto the Most High, the Lord, belong the issues from death.
Yeah, so anything surrounding, you see a random person, die a horrific death, right? It could even be a family member. What? It doesn't matter. It says to the Lord belong the issues of death, because he sent the hit, and he don't miss, right? So whatever that person did, you may think they're an angel or innocent, right? But the Lord had it out, that it was time for them to come on. No matter how it went. That's a demon. The Lord gonna kill them too.
I got one for you. It's 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6.
I had that too.
It says, Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
The Lord kill it. It don't get no, and that's simple. And that's how you know these people don't read the Bible for themselves. They just go to the churches, and let the church, these preachers and pastors tell them whatever feel good to them, man. Yeah. Whatever makes them feel good, right? Because it literally tells you, if you go in the scriptures, and you're a reader for yourself, you come across this, that's plain. That don't even need to be broken down. The Lord kill it and he make it alive. Well, he does it.
Well, they teach in these whorehouses that these people call churches, the Bible calls them whorehouses. They actually teach that God is good all the time, which is nowhere in the Bible.
It's nowhere in the Bible, bro.
Was God good to the Egyptians? Like, what are these people talking about? Is God good in Revelations? He's good to us, the elect, hopeful elect. But to everyone else, he's known as a demon-like power.
Mm-hmm. These people like to hear smooth things. But that's contrary to the Bible. The book we're reading, the Holy Scriptures, the Bible is full of mournings, lamentations, and woe. Go look into it for yourself. But you could get Ezekiel 9 and 4. You can read down to 6.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, starting at verse 4. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And that mark is the mark of exemption. The tawah. Exemption from what? Judgment. Keep going.
It says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, And this is the Most High, speaking of a death angel.
Yep.
Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Con. I'm going to read that in the NLT. Verse 5, it says, Then I heard the Lord Yahweh say to the other men, Follow him through the city and kill everyone whose forehead is not marked. Show no mercy, have no pity. So the Lord is telling you right here, he put an order out, man, to kill people, right? You can go to verse 6, though.
It says, Slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children, and women.
What? Star, you got to read that. Come on.
Ezekiel 9 and 6. It says, Slay utterly, old and young,
Old and young.
both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
Con. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children. And this was the same thing that the Most High did back in the time of Noah, man. When he killed all those people and he only saved Noah, those 8 souls, right? But that sound like a terrible power to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like the Lord kills, and he all for it.
Sounds like he kills a lot.
Con. The scriptures also say the Lord is a man of war.
Con.
When you think about war, what you think about? You think about killing, man. War is bloody, right? So how could the Lord be all hugs and kisses, man? It don't make no sense.
I got one for you.
Come.
This the book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 2. For Yahweh, the Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth.
Con, he's terrible. Let's see what that says in the let's see what if they have something on that terrible. I'm gonna look at in the online etymology. Con, this terrible in the online etymology, it says causing terror, dread, frightful, unendurable.
All loving.
Come on, man. Causing terror, dread, frightful.
Causing
the Lord is
dread.
a dreadful power, man.
Yeah.
A terrible power, right? He caused all the chaos in the things you see, like when you see these great natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis. The Lord is behind that, all right? Whether Esau uses his technology to do it or not, the Lord is orchestrating all those things to happen. All right, so when you see 200 people dead here, 157 people dead here, that's the Lord's working, man. Right? He's causing all those things because what? The issues of death belong to the Lord.
Real quick, this Psalm 66, verse 5. Come and see the works of the Most High. He is terrible in his doing towards the sons of men.
God, he's terrible in his doing. Right? So the Lord isn't all love, man. All right? He's a warrior. All right? The scriptures is clearly telling you he's a terrible power, right? So the Lord kills, all right? He destroys all those things, man.
And it's in there repeatedly. It's not like we just dug up one hidden precept somewhere. It's all throughout the Bible.
All throughout the Bible.
From Genesis to Revelation, you just see mass death, killing, destruction, and wrath. That's why we need mercy. We need mercy from the wrath of the Most High. And that's what his son did. You know, Yahweh Shai, his sacrifice does what? It appeases the wrath of the Most High.
Yep.
Why would you need to appease the wrath of somebody who's all loving?
That don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense.
Con, that's a good point. Con, you could get Exodus 12 and 12. I'm gonna have you jump around a little bit for that though. But you read down to 13 and then I'm gonna have you jump to 23.
Yeah, this is another one of them chapters that shows God is not good all the time, man.
Con.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 12. Starting at verse 12, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Yahweh. All
right, so this is going into our exodus out of Egypt, right? When the Lord judged, the Egyptians, right? And also it correlates with the Passover to the Passat. But you can keep going.
Yeah, and this chapter is also a cut to these people that say, well, all white people didn't own slaves. It was just some of them. Well, the majority of Egyptians didn't own slaves either. We were in bondage in Egypt, but the average Egyptian didn't own an Israelite. And this is the judgment that came on the whole nation. It says, and the blood, verse 13, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
Yeah, and this was another form of that, that mark of exemption.
That's the
right?
one.
We with that blood represents the blood of Yahushua, all right? And today, we do it, spiritually, all right? But back then, it was literal.
Yeah, and the doorpost is our minds.
And the doorpost is our mind, But you could jump to 23.
Exodus 12 and 23, it says, for Yahweh will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, Yahweh will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you.
Jump to 29 and 30.
Verse 29, and it came to pass that at midnight Yahweh smote all of the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle.
Read that one more time, bro. Come on.
He killed the slaves' firstborns, man.
Come on, man.
Where's all this old white people didn't own blacks? It don't matter.
It don't matter.
This is your society. You enslaved our people. So all the way from the Rothschilds, the top elites, the bankers, all the way on down to you broke peasant Edomites, you're all gonna get hit with the plagues of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Yeah, if you directly did something against Israel or not, it don't matter. You guilty for what your people did.
Yeah.
All right, what your nation did. Right?
This
Let's go ahead to 30.
Exodus 12.
Well, read 29 against Salakia.
12 and 29. And it came to pass that at midnight Yahweh smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle.
So the Lord killed all the firstborn of the Egyptians, from the cattle to the people, all right, the children. It didn't matter, man. If you was a firstborn of the Egyptians, the Lord killed you, man. Right? So the Lord kills. He did this. This was his doing, his working. All right, and he was pleased to do it. Right? You can read 30.
It says, and Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Come on. So the Lord came, saw every single house of people, man. Every single family. All right? He went and took something. Right? All their firstborns.
He said there was not a house where there was not one dead.
Hey, that sounds like that terrible and dreadful power right there. All right? That man who kills. The Most High, man. Come on, bro. And this is all these... these so-called dark truths, it's all throughout the scriptures. It's all, over the Bible. This, what I'm bringing out, there's more. It's always more. It's more precepts on all of these things that I'm bringing out also.
Yeah, what's interesting is that these atheists that try to debunk the Bible, they try to come against the truth, they actually have a greater understanding of the Bible than these so-called Christians. Because atheists know that the God of the Bible kills millions of people. They'll say that scoffingly, but they're right. The Most High kills billions of people, man.
Kills. Yeah, it's not one death that has ever happened without the Lord sanctioning it. Right? Without him, doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can move on. Alright, we're gonna move on to the Lord. The Lord, he has a favorite people. He has a people who he hates. He has many people who he hates, actually.
Yeah, most people,
right? But to sum it up, the Most High, he's a racist. He would be what you would call a racist today, right? So to start off, you could actually get Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. It says, for you are the holy people unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
And that's to the Israelites, right? So right there, he just separated him from all the other nations. He just separated Israel from all the other nations on the planet Earth. And we know there's 18 nations. Israel is one nation of people, right? He just said you're separate and you're special from all these other nations. You guys, y'all are my people, right? So you could get
You said we're separate and we're above them.
And we're above them. Alright, don't forget that too. Alright, because we not on the same level as these people. We're a nation of you know, kings and priests, right? But you could get Psalms 119, Salaki 149 and 19. Read down to 22.
This is the book of Psalms. You mean 147?
Yeah, 147. Salaki.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh.
It says he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. And that's another cut. Because you nations, that's another cut because you nations you can't get repentance. You don't have room for repentance, right? Because you can't transgress the law. You can't sin because the law, statutes, and commandments weren't given to you. They were given to the Israelites. So that's another cut right there.
Yeah, how do you turn back to a law that you were never given?
You were never a part of, right? Verse 20, it says, he had not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh. So he haven't dealt with you other nations on that, intimate level. Because you're not his special, peculiar people, right? You're not his holy people, his separate people, which are the Israelites, okay? You could get Isaiah 40 and 15.
Straight to the point.
And then you're going to jump to 17 too, verse 17.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
The nations are what?
As a drop of a bucket. And are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing. Yeah, brothers say all the time, if you're carrying a bucket full of water and a drop falls out, you're not going to stop and put the bucket down and get the drop of water. Like, that's, you a drop.
No, nobody has ever done that. Come on, bro.
Ever.
Let's be real here. Then it says what? And are counted as the small dust of the balance. You liken unto like just the residue you blow off, man.
Yeah.
Which is basic. It's equated to nothing, bro.
Yeah.
You can't do nothing with residue. Come on, man.
As the scriptures speak about the residue of the heathen. You know, the balance is a scale. So if you weighing something and you have a speck of dust on the top of it, it's meaningless. You heathen are nothing. You're less than nothing. It's going to say, verse 17, all nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity.
All nations before him are as nothing. So you other 17 nations, to the Lord, you're nothing. That's plain and simple, bro. It don't get more real and straight to the point than that. And that's why you people always want to shy away from the Bible, and go to these churches because they tell you things that you want to hear. Growing up in this society, we've been so trodden down and watered down. When you hear something like the Lord hates people, you just get cut, right? But that's the spirit, though.
Yeah, it goes against everything you've been taught your whole life.
Yeah.
And really, the only way you can receive this word is if you're of the elect. Otherwise, you're going to buck up. You're going to panic. You're going to start lying on the Bible. Oh, that's what y'all say. Like we sat down and made this up, man.
It's in the scriptures, man.
It's all throughout the scriptures.
Come on, bro. But somebody gotta, the Lord set up, prophets, and men to come in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, to tell these truths, Somebody gotta say it, bro, because we've been lied to forever. So somebody gotta come out and say these things, bro. The hard things, the things that people don't want to hear. The things that don't feel good. Somebody gotta say it.
Yeah, if not us, then who? Who's preaching the truth of the Bible other than the men of the Lord? The pastor isn't. These fake Israelite groups aren't. Muslim niggas are like the black conscious can be like, who's telling the truth other than the men of the Lord?
That contradicts, bro. That contradicts reality, right? Because there's only good things don't happen in life. Period. There's a balance to everything. Good things happen, bad things happen. So when you go to these churches and you listen to these pastors who only tell you things that are good, some gotta click in your mind and say, wait, the pastor's telling me this, but this is only one side of the coin. But they have these men, who they like to say what in so-called dresses or whatever like that. we out here, we're telling the good things and the bad things of the Bible, which is what that balance is true, right? That's real. That's reality.
Okay.
All right, whether you want to believe it or not. But
let me get you on real quick to back up that statement. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, the Most High, but a just weight is his delight.
A false balance is an abomination to the Most High, right? So to everything, there's a balance, man. All right, there's a polar opposite. There's good, there's bad, there's cold, there's hot. All right,
there's up and down,
good and evil, with everything, right? So the Lord deals with a balance. He deals with truth. So these pastors, all right, they're lying, bro. They just lying. All right, because they don't tell you the whole story. They only tell you some of it. And then for that some of it, they don't even know what they talking about.
Yeah, they don't even know about the good things of the Bible.
Come on, man.
Even though they try to preach a doctrine that's only good things, they don't mention the kingdom of heaven.
Come on, bro.
How you preach the goodness of the Bible, but you don't mention there's an everlasting kingdom where the Israelites are going to be perfect. None of us are going to die. Our whole family is going to be righteous. You're going to have riches forevermore. They don't mention the kingdom of heaven at all.
It's crazy because they want to stay here.
Yeah, they want to stay here, which is bugged out.
So
if you want to stay in America, you bugged out.
Yeah,
man.
so they just leading you people to death.
Yeah.
That's it. But
I got a quick one for you.
Con.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things.
Come on, man. So, like we said, there's a balance. All right. There's a how can I say it? Where hot meets cold, where light meets darkness, right? There's a balance with everything that the Lord does. So what? There's a good and there's an evil.
Yeah.
All right. There's lies and there's truth. All right. It's with everything.
Yeah, you can't have one without the other.
Con. They make each other.
Yeah.
Right? You had more?
Nah, that was it on that.
Con. Yeah, this is the last one I got. You could get to jump back to the point to end it off. You get 2nd Esdras 6 and 54.
Con.
You gonna read like down to should read on like the 57.
Let me get this real quick to back what you just said. This is Sirach chapter 42, verse 24. All things are double one against another, and he hath made nothing imperfect. One thing establisheth the good or another, and who shall be filled with beholding his glory?
Yeah, so that's perfection. That's completion, right? Everything. Read it again.
Con. It says, all things are double one against another, and he hath made nothing imperfect. One thing establisheth the good or another.
Con. So that's each side of the coin. It makes whole. It makes it whole. It makes it complete, right? Con. You can read it.
They say he had made nothing imperfect.
Con. Nothing imperfect, right? So that's completion.
Everything's complete.
A balance. That's perfection. That's completion.
Con.
Okay.
But you didn't want a 2nd Esdras what?
2nd Esdras 6 and 54 should be 50.
Con. I got you. This 2nd Esdras 6, starting at 54, it says.
And this, Salakia, and this just to jump back to the point, that the Lord, the Most High, he's a so-called what? Racist, right? But you go ahead.
It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
All right, so when we bring this out, because people like to say, they like to use that we all come from Adam.
Yeah.
All right, but the Lord got something in the scriptures that directly cuts that, right? You can start read 54 again.
And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Yeah, so we write about that part. We all, descend from Adam. And then it says, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All right, and that's speaking about, I brought out in that Deuteronomy 7 and 6, that special people, the Israelites, man.
That's above all people.
Con.
It says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
For the Israelites' sakes. Right? Keep going.
As for the other people.
That's the point.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Come on, man. We just close the book and just salute out after that. Come on, read it one more time, bro.
God. As for the other people, all right, the 17 nations outside of Israel, which also come of Adam,
Yep.
thou hast said that they are nothing. And Ezra is quoting Isaiah, the 40th chapter,
Yep.
showing you this is part of the Bible.
Come on, bro.
It says, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
Yeah, the Lord likened the other nations unto spit. Bro, spit has no value,
It's
bro.
less than nothing.
It's less than nothing. Come on, man. Spit has no value. Nobody, all right, if you talking and a little bit of spit comes out, bro, who goes to look for a little drop of spit and try to, some spit came out my mouth. I want to put it back in my, come on,
let me
bro.
go gather it.
Let me go gather my spit, right? Spit does nothing but perish. It has no value. It's one of the most insignificant, things after it come out your mouth.
Yeah, you're not
right?
thinking about that ever again.
Ever again, bro. But that's what the Lord likened these other 17 nations to. So rather you a Arab, a Moabite, I had an Ammonite, a Japanese, Chinese, a Edomite especially. They got it the worst.
Yeah, they less than spit.
They the worst spit ever. I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
they the bases of men. So,
Yeah, that shows you Romans 11 isn't about spit. All right, the Lord's not about gathering spit from the four corners of the earth, man.
Yeah,
He's about gathering His people. Picture somebody gathering spit.
Gathering spit.
They got a bucket. You just gonna go. Come on, man. That's disgusting.
Come on, man.
Which you heathen are. You're disgusting.
Come on, you can read down to 57.
It says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen.
Wait, these what?
These heathen.
These heathen. So the Lord likened these other 17 nations unto heathen. Come on, these people are heathen.
Yeah.
Right? You Israelites, you coons, y'all don't want to say it, but these people are heathen. They hate to hear.
Well, they're heathen too.
They're heathen too.
The 2/3 right now are
Yeah.
a bunch of heathen, man.
Come.
All right, you're outside the covenant. You're outside the Commonwealth of Israel, and really, you're outside of your damn minds, man.
Yeah.
Bugged out.
And that's why you want these people to be on your level, because you
Yeah.
bugged out.
Yeah.
But the Lord said what? They're heathen. Come on, man. You keep reading.
It says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have
Okay.
begun.
They have been reputed as nothing. All throughout the scriptures, we've been breaking down how the Lord has labeled these nations to nothing. All right, they're insignificant. They have no value. Keep going.
It says, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
They have begun to be lords over us and devour us. All right, and that's starting with Esau, Edom. All right, we're in captivity. We're in slavery. All right, by Esau, Edom. But these other nations also, they're over us also. The Israelite man is at the bottom of the barrel in society as of right now. But the kingdom come gonna be different. But as of right now, we're the lowest people on the face of the earth when you talk about in terms of every aspect of life. Okay.
Yeah, first fired, last hired.
Yep.
Looked at as a byword and a proverb, going back to the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. But those curses are being lifted. All right, we about to get out of here. All right, our big brother's coming back to deliver us. And you can see these heathen can feel the end of their rule. And it starts with this word. All right, this word is the first time that the earth has really heard the truth of the Bible, the truth of the Most High, how He's a racist, how He kills, how He hates people, like the brother went into.
Yeah, this is just part of that transition of power, man. All right, Jacob, Esau is the end of a thing. Is the end of
the world.
Salaki, how it go?
Yeah.
Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it.
That's
all
it.
right? But it starts here, right? But you had something else? That's all I had. So hopefully this lesson was edifying. All right, and to the point. Before we get out of here, we want to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Shalom.
Shalom.